Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you the most underrated albums in my vinyl record collection. Before I get started, if you missed my community post about it, I did have an interview with 360 Degrees Sounds about my CD collection. I was featured in their CD Junkies series, so if you want to check out that interview, I'll leave a link in the description. It was really fun, so if you haven't checked it out yet, go read that article. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some records of mine in my collection that are underrated, and I think maybe not a lot of people know about them, but it's really good music. So these are some of my lesser known recommendations for you guys. I think for this first one, it's really what I think is the most underrated in my entire collection, and that would be the band Camino. So I pulled out two of their records here. These are actually the only albums I think they have on vinyl, just their first two albums, because they only have one official album out, and their next album is coming out very soon. Their second album, I'm very excited about that. But I have their Try Hard EP on vinyl, and it's on this orange pressing. This is actually very rare and expensive now, so I'm so glad I got the orange one. I really love this. And then I also have their first official debut album. So this one is self-titled, so it's called The Band Camino. And this one is on splatter yellow and black vinyl. It looks amazing. So here's what that looks like. I really love it. It's very unique. I'm not really a fan of rock music. I'm not really into rock, so I don't listen to a lot of bands. I think the only bands I listen to really are 5 Seconds of Summer and the band Camino. I actually found out about them through 5 Seconds of Summer. The band Camino was supposed to open for them, but then the tour got changed and canceled because of the pandemic, so that didn't end up happening. But I decided to listen to them because I was going to be seeing them live, and I actually really fell in love with their music, and I've been a fan ever since. And they're honestly so underrated. They're all so talented. I would describe their music as pop rock and also a little bit of like alternative, indie, and maybe even a little electronic, because in these two albums there are a lot of electronic influences. They use synths and stuff, so that's kind of why I like them as a band. They're not too much on the rock side. They have a little bit more of a pop and electronic influence, so that's why I like them, because I'm not a fan of rock. So I like how they mix genres in that way, and this album, Try Hard, I really recommend. It's amazing. And of course I also recommend their self-titled debut album. I think I like Try Hard a little bit better, but I recommend both albums. Definitely give this band a listen if you haven't. I was lucky enough to see them live, and they're amazing live too, so I do recommend going to their shows. Now I'm going to talk about another underrated album in the electronic area, and that's Area 21. If you guys have watched my older videos and you know Area 21, then you obviously know this is Martin Garrix and Major. When their album was coming out, I made a ton of videos about it, lots of reactions and stuff, so you guys might be kind of familiar with them. If not, this is an alias made up of Martin Garrix and Major. They've been in Area 21 for a long time now, but their debut album came out in 2021, and this is called Greatest Hits Volume 1, and there is a story behind this album. It's more of a concept album. So these two aliens crash to Earth, Eminem for Martin Garrix and Major, and they don't understand humans. They don't understand how our world works. They're just trying to share their music with the humans. There's a lot of interesting topics covered in these songs. I would describe this album as a mix of electronic music, pop, and rap, because Major, he does sing and rap in this album, and it's produced by Martin Garrix, who's a DJ and producer. So there's lots of electronic, lots of rap, a little bit of pop. That's why I love it so much, because I love those genres, and I love the overall concept too. And I do have this on the purple pressing. This is the indie exclusive, so I had to get this at one of my local record stores. The album artwork is amazing. They have a lot of animated music videos for this. I love the sunset colors. So if you like Martin Garrix, you like EDM, and you also kind of like rap, you might like this album. I've got another electronic album to show you guys. This one is Dylan Francis. This album is called This Mixtape is Fire. I don't know if you could see it there. And obviously it's by Dylan Francis. That's him right there. I didn't even know this album existed until I looked on Dylan Francis's merch store. So he had a sale where like all of his merch was $1 because he was clearing out all of his stock to make room for new merch. And this was on the website, and I had no idea it existed. I didn't know any of the songs. I just bought it anyways because it was $1. Normally I never buy albums unless I know the songs on on the album because I don't want to waste money on an album if I don't like it, but I figured I would like this because it's Dillon Francis, and again, it was only $1, so it wouldn't be that big of a waste of money. So I got this and I played it for the first time, and I actually really loved it. But you guys watching this video, you might not know about it, so I do recommend it. This is basically all EDM. It's dance music, club music, so if you like that, you might like this. There's also some pretty great collabs on this album as well. This is just on black vinyl, but there's also a song with Skrillex on here. There's a song with Calvin Harris on there, and I love Skrillex and Calvin Harris, so that was another reason why I wanted to get it. I figured I would like those songs because I like those artists. So if you like EDM and you like Martin Garrix and DJs like him, like, you know, Skrillex, Calvin Harris, then you'll probably like Dillon Francis too. I wasn't really a fan of him until recently, so I'm kind of like a new fan. The last underrated albums I'm going to show you guys are all chillwave records. So chillwave has always been a genre that I liked, but I never really listened to it a whole lot, just maybe one song here and there, but I've always liked the genre, but now I've been getting more into it. One of my subscribers, who is a local DJ from the Chicagoland area, we're from the same place, you know, the Chicagoland area, he reached out to me and he sent me these chillwave records to kind of help me get more into chillwave, and I really like the records he sent me, so I'm going to be recommending them to you guys. So first I'm gonna start with this one. I think this was one of the very first ones he ever sent me. This album is called Feathers and it's by Eagle-Eyed Tiger, and this is on a really amazing splatter vinyl. It's like beige or brown and then black splatter, as you can see. I think it looks really cool. For some reason, I don't really love all chillwave songs. I kind of just like it based off of the artist, not necessarily the genre. I really like all the chillwave stuff in this album, so this is probably, I would say, my favorite chillwave record in my whole collection. I just really like this one, so I highly recommend it. So the last underrated album in my collection is going to be by Windows 96. So I have 4 of his albums right here, and I've only listened to these each maybe 1 or 2 times, so I haven't really decided yet which one is my favorite, so that's why I just brought all 4 of them out. But again, this is all chillwave. It's all electronic. Like I said, when it comes to chillwave, I don't like all of it. I don't love every single chillwave song. These albums I don't like as much as the other one I just showed, but I think if I listen to them more, I'll probably like them more. But there are a couple songs on each album that I think are really great. It's kind of got to grow on me a little bit more, but I still wanted to mention it because it's still very underrated. At least in terms of what I have in my collection, it's definitely very underrated. I will show you guys my favorite colored pressing of all of the Windows 96 records, and it's gonna be this purple one right here. I absolutely love this color, and there's a little bit of like some purple smoke going on. It looks so good. I love it so much. One of the best colored pressings in my collection, I would say. So it's really nice to have some chillwave in my collection. I think in general it's pretty underrated. At least for me, I don't give it enough attention and I don't listen to it enough. So those were the most underrated albums in my entire vinyl record collection. I'd say as of right now, I keep buying more mainstream albums, like new releases like Skrillex, Niall Horan, Post Malone, so I don't have a ton of underrated stuff. I think the majority of my collection is popular and mainstream, but it's always nice when I get something that is kind of rare or underrated, not a lot of people know about it. I would like to get some more underrated stuff in my collection. If you guys have any recommendations that you think I would like, you can let me know in the comments below. In the comments, you guys can also tell me what are some of your most underrated albums in your collection. I'm sure you guys have a wider range of genres and more variety in your collection, so you guys could tell me some more underrated stuff that I wouldn't know about. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!